What's going on, everybody? This is Dave, and this is Pop Punk Promotions. I'm here with CJ from Five Steps Back from Baltimore, Maryland. How's it going, CJ?
It's going good, bro. How about you?
Doing great. Really appreciate you coming on. Let's dive right into it. So, how do you guys form?
We formed. So the band was originally another band. They were called Brainwaves, and Josh and Wes, who play guitar for the band, they were just starting. They put out a little EP, and then they had some turmoil going on, some issues with the singer and the drummer and all. So they had all these songs recorded, and then now it's just them two. They kicked the other guys out of the band. They're like, oh, what are we gonna do? And then I kind of was like, yo, you guys need a singer? And they're like, yeah, come try out. So I went out there, just vibe with them, and we that's kind of how we got started with me in the band. And then eventually Josh, we recorded that EP, um, Bad Taste, and then Josh was having a baby, so he was like, hey, I have to step back. So he left, and then I just got the team together. We got Woody. Woody used to play with me in Handguns, and now he's in the band. My buddy Brian, I grew up playing music with all the time. I got him slapping bass. He's also an amazing guitarist, but in the band he's playing bass, and he's killing it. And then our homie Nick that we've known, and he joined the last minute, and we've been cranking him out ever since.
It's awesome, dude. Short, simple, right to the point. Not too
Yeah,
complicated.
it was like putting a football team together, drafting draft day.
Hell yeah, that's sick. So you guys literally just dropped a new song, "Hostile." How's the response been to it?
So far so good. I mean, we haven't really like, I guess, teased it or pumped it up like I guess you probably should. We were waiting to do a video for this song for a while, and then everyone's schedules, and we tried to hit up a couple people to do the video for us, and it was like pulling teeth. Everyone was like, "Oh yeah," and then don't hear back from them. So we're like, "Dude, we need to put something out soon." So we're like, just let's just drop Hostel, and we'll just have to we have other jams being worked on right now, and we'll just pick maybe another song to do a video for or whatnot. But so far, I think all my friends hit me up saying they checked the song, they like it, it's probably their favorite and stuff like that. So good feedback so far. Nothing I can complain about.
It's really sick. So who did you guys record it with, and how's the process?
So we Monster House in Waldorf, Maryland, and he does an awesome job. But Nick also has his own little studio. Nick's the gearhead when it comes to all kind of stuff. So we went to try the hostel we did ourselves in house at Nick's house, and I think it was great. Um, Nick comes up, everyone comes up with their riffs and their parts, and then we kind of get together when we can and lay it down. And Woody came and did his drums on it, and then Nick did his mix and mastering. He's trying to really get into that and learn how to do it and be really good at it, which I think he will be. Like I said, he's a gearhead. He's really smart when it comes to stuff. So we just let him do what he does, and that's the final version of Hustle that came out.
It's really sick. It's always good when you have a band member that can do all that jazz.
Yeah, man. I mean, back in the day, dude, it was so hard. You know, back when I was really playing, it was different. You didn't have all this stuff. You didn't have like GarageBand. You didn't have any of that stuff where you can just track something and send it to somebody, halfway across the country. But now it's like the norm. So before you had to all get together and write and then go record. Now it's totally different. So it's nice because, I have my son, I have a 4-year-old son, my wife, we own our own business, and we're expecting a daughter here any day. So we're pretty tied up. So it does help out a lot when, Nick might have a song like, hey, I wrote this song. What do you guys think? And we're like, oh, that's bomb. So, all right, we'll schedule a day for everyone to come over and do their parts on it. All right, cool. So I can plan, you plan better, and it worked really good. So shout out to Nick for having what we need.
Is the real MVP.
Yeah, Nick's the real MVP. Yep.
Right on. So, what would you say your favorite and least favorite thing is about the writing and recording process?
All right. Uh, we'll go with the worst, I guess. Well, for me personally, in every band I've ever been in, I've always played like an instrument, either guitar or bass. I've never been, the guy up front, writing lyrics and stuff like that. I've always just been the guy writing the music and stuff like that. So this is like a whole new chapter for me. Something I've always wanted to do, but I just never did. And I've never been some kind of writer. Right? I know a lot of my friends that sing and they're writers. They write all kind of stuff and they have big vocabulary. I'm a pretty simple guy. I don't know. It's new, so that's the biggest hardest part for me right now. Trying to just express how in words. Um, the best part is when it all comes together and you make shit work and listen back, dude, and just hear what you did and it's like, oh, that sounds sick. You know what I mean? So that's probably my favorite part.
Yeah, I think I would really struggle with that too. I've told people it's like if I had to do lyrics, I would really like struggle. Like I wouldn't be able to come up with the right words, and I'd have to have like tons of people helping me with it.
Yeah, I mean, luckily, dude, when I hear so many songs, like when we did, well, basically all of them so far, I've listened to them a couple times. I'll be listening to them on drives, and I just have certain words or certain lines hit my head, and I just go off that, and it's been really working for me here lately. So I'm hoping as I keep doing it, it just gets better, you know. So you can only get better. I don't think you can get any worse. I don't know. So we'll see.
Sick.
And another thing is, I hate being the center of attention of anything. So like when we're playing shows, I'm like, oh, well, what's up? I'm not that kind of guy. It's like, look at me, but it's definitely different. So
Tell people it's all about staying true to who you are as an individual, as a person. That's awesome.
yeah, yeah. And a lot of people they either like me or they hate me. There's really no in between.
I feel you on that one.
Yeah,
So you're from Baltimore. How's the hardcore pop punk scene there? Do you have a favorite local band, a favorite venue?
man, the scenes. I mean, the scene's great. I feel like we always had a good scene, but I think the hardcore scene now is really, I mean, really slamming. Just hardcore in general, everywhere I think is really slamming, which is really cool to see. Um, unfortunately for me, I used to be in the scene. That was all I lived up to, going to shows every day, all these venues, all this stuff. But as you get older and you have kids, it's hard to really get to every show as much as you want. Um, but I think right now, what was the other question? The best venue?
Favorite local venue, favorite local band.
I think I'll just say that I think the top band right now is Ended. My buddy Chris plays drums in Ended. We share a practice space with Ended. I think they're killing it right now. It's one of the best in the game as of right now. Um, I think the best venue you have to say is the Auto Bar, the most legendary venue there. Um, but if you want to go up a scale, I think so. Right now, I'm back to the basics. When I first started, we're playing like smaller halls and we're playing these random dive bars and stuff like that, uh, which is really sick to go back to. So, um, but the Auto Bar is probably the best one around right now.
Very
Have you
cool.
ever been there?
I have. I used to go there quite a bit, 10 plus years ago, and I know exactly what you're talking about. It's definitely one of the better venues up there. It's really sick because they bring in big bands and small bands. So I've seen some really dope big bands and some really dope small bands there.
Yeah. No,
That's awesome. So who would you say your biggest influences are?
man. Uh, my biggest influence in music, I guess, man. So I grew up. My my father put me on a lot of like Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, and anything with Ozzy, AC/DC, all that stuff. And I really got a liking of Ozzy and Black Sabbath, and that's what kind of got me into music. But what really got me into playing music, I grew up to like all the Fat Wrecker bands. Like I was real big into Lagwagon. They were probably still one of my favorite bands. Them like the Bouncing Souls, No Effect, of course, Descendants, Rich Kids and LSD, Strung Out, Black Flag, AFI. I mean, I listened to a bunch of everything from like Sum 41 to, Simple Plan had a couple of bangers. Um, Good Charlotte, they were when I was in middle school or whatever, they came out, they were one of the top dogs too. So we had some hitters here. Um, but I would say playing wise, like Lagwagon really got me into wanting to learn how to play and um songwriting. So I used to be in a band. My first band was called the Cow Tippers, and that we were just all like little punk kids and weren't good at our instruments by any means. So, but that's what how we learned and stuff like that. So yeah, Lagwagon.
Amazing name for a punk band, Cow Tippers.
Yeah, dude. We took the Chick-fil-A logo where it's three cows where it says eat more chicken, and we just put in the cow tippers. So it worked out pretty good.
That is absolutely incredible. I would love to see that on like a flag or a shirt or like something like that.
Yeah, I'll have to make one up. I'll send you one.
Oh, please do. That'd be dope.
Yeah, dude.
So now I'm going to ask you some non-music questions. It's a good way for me to get to know you as a person. I did this with the other bands. You ready to roll?
Let's do it.
All right, first one. If you be fluent in another language instantly, which language?
Spanish. Spanish, because I work with a lot of Spanish guys, and I just want to hear what they're saying. And I mean, unfortunately, it's not unfortunately, but it's good to know. I feel like here you have more English and Spanish people in the country, so just to be able to communicate to everyone would be great.
You can go wrong with Spanish. So I'm a big
Yep.
Ninja Turtle. It's one of my favorite movies and shows of all time. So if you could be any Turtle, which one and why?
Oh man, my son is real big in Ninja Turtles right now, and I used to be too. I used to have Ninja Turtles everything, but I always forget the names. I've had a lot of concussions growing up, so I forget a little shit. What's the one with the red bandana?
Red, that's Raphael.
Raphael, I think I'd be him. I think he's a little on the wild side, right?
He's a little bit more serious, but yeah, he can be a little wild.
Yeah, I'm always serious. They used to call me Serious Siege back in the day because I was always like, if we're doing something, this is what we're gonna do it. So I'll go Raphael.
I respect that.
You know,
So if you had $1 million and you could donate it to any charity, which one?
St. Jude's. I think I mean, there's a lot of things out there that I wish I had enough money to pay for, but I don't like seeing little kids sick. That's one of the biggest things for me.
I definitely feel you on that one.
Yeah,
Definitely hits you more when you have kids and when you have, in my case, a niece and a bunch of nephews.
absolutely, man. I mean, you know, I wish everyone would have a kid because I feel like a lot of people's perspectives on everything would change. Um, there's a lot of people here that are strong-minded with their views on a lot of things, and I just feel like if they had a child, they would see things differently. You know what I mean?
Sure. That's awesome. All right, last question. What are some places in Baltimore that visitors should check out?
Johnny Rad's. It's like a pizzeria bar. That place is badass. Um, what other places, man? If you haven't been to the Auto Bar, go catch a show at the Auto Bar. You got the aquarium. The aquarium's pretty sick. Um, what else? There's a lot of spots, man. You got Fed Hill District. We got a lot of people like the bar scene and like the do like walk bar to bar. There's a bunch of stuff there. You got Fed Hill. That's a little of a younger crowd. There's always some shenanigans going on, but it's still a nice place to go and check it out, have a couple drinks. But yeah, I'm trying to think. There's other places here I'm forgetting, and I know once I get off here, I'm gonna remember them all.
That's the story of my life. I definitely feel you in
Hmm.
that.
Yeah. But any music, I mean, there's a lot of venues here, and they're all sick. And catch a show at any of them. There was one here. I don't know if you've ever been to the Ram's Head.
One
That venue.
in Baltimore, no. The one in Annapolis, yes.
Okay. This was a bigger scale. Sorry, I mean, I haven't eaten all day. This was a bigger scale, but now they just took new ownership. I think the people that owns the sound stage, which is a guy named Dave, and I went to school with him. Him and his dad owned that club, Soundstage, and they just bought Ram's Head, and now it's called Nevermore Hall. So I guess they're doing it around Edgar Allan Poe kind of thing.
It's
So
pretty
I haven't been
dope.
there yet. Yeah, I haven't been there yet, but I'm sure I'll go there soon.
So the next time I go down to Baltimore, you'll have to take me to all those spots.
Dude, you want to do something, man? Yeah, let's go. Let me know. We'll go to all the spots. We'll hit a couple of good restaurants or hit the aquarium. Go right there in the harbor. Um, I'll take you down to some sketchy places. It'll be
About
dope.
the sketchy places. That's my middle name.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll have fun.
Hell yeah. Well, I really appreciate you coming on, and the support means the world to me.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you. You know, we put out the whatever songs I forget we put out, and then your page, Pop Punk Promotions, and you just posted our stuff. That was really cool. We really appreciate that because we're just a middle-aged blue collar guys that like to make music, in our free time to disconnect from the world, and we aren't really putting it out anywhere. So just the fact that it caught your attention and you put it up there for us for other people that follow you to see, we really appreciate that. So thank you.
Of course, man. I mean, you guys deserve to be heard by the world, so it's all good in the neighborhood.
Oh yeah, man. Well, hopefully we check out some new jams. You like it? Give me your feedback. Let me know how you like it. And like I said, we'll have to do something else when I get some of the other guys are with me.
For show. So for the people that are going to watch this interview later, where can they find your music at?
And we're on Spotify and Apple Music. I think we're on other stuff, but me, I'm always just on Spotify and Apple Music. Um, I think we got some stuff on YouTube. We really should start doing like some video stuff. So we're gonna try to get on that soon. As soon as we find someone that can actually do one, or we have a bunch of GoPros, so we might do like a cool GoPro, old style kind of video. So, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify.
The man says go to the websites, listen to the music, buy a CD, a vinyl, buy a t-shirt, support local music. CJ, you guys are absolutely crushing it. Keep up the amazing work.
I appreciate it, man. Have fun in Harrisburg, and we'll have to link up one day.
Absolutely. Well, I hope you have a great night, and we'll be in touch.
Oh yeah, man. I appreciate it.
All right, peace out.
See you, dude.